Here. Hey everyone, it's Eve and I am back today with day number 7 of our June vlog-along. Share a scary story or experience. And unfortunately, I am one of those people that has experienced quite a bit of paranormal activity and strange happenings. The story that I would like to share with you all happened when I was probably about 8 years old, 8 or 9, and me and my sister, my little sister, used to share a room, and we had bunk beds, but she was always so scared at night that she didn't like sleeping in her own bed, so she would come down in the bottom bunk and sleep with me. And we had an older brother. He's just a year older than me, so he's not that much older. We were still all little kids, but he's probably 9 or 10. And my little sister is like 6, probably. We were laying in our bed. It was probably, I don't know, around 10 o'clock, something like that. We were both having trouble sleeping, and when that would happen, we would start singing songs. And so we were in my bed singing a song, and my door wasn't closed. Our door wasn't closed completely. There was a small crack in the door, and my parents would leave the hall bathroom light on in case we needed to go use the bathroom and things of that nature. So, you know, you could still see like a faint light outside of our bedroom door. Well, as we're singing and we're talking, things like that, I kind of, like, from the corner of my eye, I see the door kind of opening, like, you know, somebody's pushing it open. And so automatically my mind goes to my brother, and I'm like, my brother's trying to scare us, you know? So I stopped, and so Deborah stopped, my little sister. She stops, and the door like opens like almost halfway open, but I don't see like a figure standing in the door. Instead, I see something like crouching on hands and knees, like a shadow of something. I'm getting chills. A shadow of something on hands and knees, like crawl into our room. And it crawls into the room. I don't see it like come to the side of the bed, but I know it went under our bed. Like it crawled in and went, because our bed was facing directly in front of the doorway. So it crawled in around the little corner, you know, like it had opened the door, crawled in, went under our bed, and I'm still thinking, man, my brother's trying to scare us. So I start saying, Jesse, that's my brother's name. Jesse, leave us alone, you know, and I'm screaming, you're scaring Deborah, you know, you're scaring us. And Deborah starts crying because she doesn't know what's going on. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs for Jesse to get out of my room. And then I start feeling somebody pushing up from underneath the bed. And, you know, this is like in the 80s, and the bunk beds weren't fancy or anything, so it was just a mattress on some wooden plaques. So you could feel like hands underneath the mattress pushing up on us, and Deborah's screaming even louder, and I'm screaming even louder, and I'm starting to cry. And my dad busts in the door and he's like, "What are you girls screaming about?" And I said, "Dad, Jesse crawled into the room and he's under the bed and he's scaring us." And my dad looks at us and he says, "What do you mean?" And I said, "He's under the bed. Tell him to get out of under the bed." My dad comes over, he looks under the bed, and he says, "Eve, Jesse's asleep in the other room. I just checked on him. And there's nothing under your bed." Needless to say, me and my sister got up on the top bunk together that night, and I think we put a light on, we turned something on, because we couldn't go to sleep, and Dad was upset that we were screaming in the middle of the night and whatever, told us to get to bed, that we were imagining things, and we had trouble going to sleep that night. There was another thing in that same childhood home that I grew up in, and we called him the Peking Man. And the Peking Man was very tall, and when we were in a room, or like playing in the living room or whatever, if there was a corner of some sort, we would always see like a tall man just kind of peeking around the corners watching us. And if we'd look up, of course, because you feel somebody watching you, right? So you look up, it would like draw itself back. So we would see the looking, and then it would draw itself back. And you could always feel like somebody watching you. And this is like my entire childhood. I experienced the Peking Man. But that one and only time was me and my sister called it the troll under the bed. We don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. But it was absolutely terrifying as a child. And I still have my chills. And I have a lot of other stories too. So I like sharing scary stories during October and Halloween. So I might have a little series during Halloween about all my scary experiences. So yeah, that's my scary story. And so now I want to share my weight loss. I did weigh in this morning, and the scale said 268, exactly, on the money. So that means I'm only 0.2 pounds down since last week, which kind of sucks because yesterday I weighed myself and it was 267.8, and that would have at least given me like a pound, but it's not what the scale said this morning. So guys, I made an executive decision for myself, especially. I do not want to be that person that's obsessed with the number on the scale. I tend to get that way, and when the number doesn't change, not really fast enough, but if the number isn't changing on a normal basis, I start getting really discouraged, and then I feel like, what is it? Why am I doing this? It seems to me like last month, if I would have weighed myself at the end of the month and had lost the was it 3 pounds? Yeah, I think it was 3 pounds. I probably would have been okay, like good job, 3 pounds down, let's keep going, you know? Even though my goal is 4 to 5 pounds a month, I just feel like for my sanity and for me to be able to keep doing this, I can't weigh myself every week. I can't. I've decided that I'm going to do every other Wednesday. I'll do a weigh-in Wednesday, and the Wednesdays that I don't weigh in, I'll do a what I eat Wednesday. So I can become more accountable, not just with my weight, but also what I'm eating. I cannot weigh myself once a week. It's really affecting me, and so for me to be able to continue this journey and do it in a healthy way, I need to stop weighing myself once a week. And I'll start doing it every other Wednesday. I hope this is okay with you all. I know it's still early in my channel, so I hope the few followers that I have and the people that are watching are okay with this as well. I just want to thank you all so much for all of your support and for watching my videos, leaving comments and things like that. I appreciate it so much, and it helps me so much. So if you did like this video and you like my scary story and want to hear more, make sure to give it a thumbs up and like, especially subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hi, I'm Eve. Welcome. Make sure to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.